So at the hospital, they did a CAT scan, which did show that Grandpa suffered a stroke. The doc said that his speech should be back in a couple months, but that's if he doesn't have another one. I know Grandpa's a tough cookie, but can't help but feel awfully worried.
Hey Teddy, did I tell you about my dream?
Sorry, what?
I had a dream last night that I think you'd find very interesting. I personally found it very meaningful.
Alright, I guess we're done talking about that. Okay, Elliot, tell me about your dream.
Well, it was really weird. You see, I was wandering all alone in the middle of the desert. It was really hot and I was really thirsty. And, oh, wait, I completely forgot.
You forgot what?
I forgot I had another dream before this one. I actually want to tell you that one first.
Okay, let's hear about the first dream then.
Well, in the first dream, I was actually at my house. Well, actually, not my house, but someone else's. I was actually at a girl's house. I was in her bed and I was getting all tangled up in her sheets. They felt really soft, and as I was lying there, I began to have these feelings that...
Elliot, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you think we can go back to talking about that dream in the desert? I think I'd much rather hear that one.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, well, like I was saying earlier, in my second dream, I was wandering alone in the desert. I was looking for water and I was really thirsty. So hot outside. Wandered around for a long time, not knowing if I was going to die out there. But then suddenly, something appeared before me that, at the time, I thought was a miracle. Standing before me was this girl, but not just any girl. She was perfect looking. She was beautiful, but not too beautiful where, you couldn't trust her. Anyway, all of a sudden, something even weirder happened. I looked in my hand and there was this bottle completely full of ice cold water. It just appeared completely out of nowhere. Now, of course, I was still really thirsty, but in my heart, I knew I needed to do the right thing. So I gave her the water right away. I thought after giving her the water, she was going to thank me or at least kiss me, but she didn't. Instead, she started to walk away, and as she did, she poured the water on the ground. And as for me, well, I was abandoned, all alone in the hot desert. It was a very sad dream, Teddy, one that I wouldn't wish on anyone. But I'm still glad it happened, because it made me realize what I knew all along, that I shouldn't do selfless acts for girls, because girls in the end will act selfishly and give nothing in return.
Well, that sure is something, Elliot. You know, this is just a thought. I mean, could be wrong, but what if the dream was trying to tell you something else? What if you actually did have water to drink, but you just didn't see it?
What do you mean?
What I mean is, what if when you were walking the desert, you actually had water the whole time, but it wasn't until you saw that girl that you actually noticed that it was in your hand? And this water that you really needed in the hot desert, you could have been drinking it. But instead, you decided to give it to somebody who didn't even want it.
So you agree? I shouldn't be so selfless.
No, I wouldn't interpret it that way. See, the way I look at it is, just like in your dream, you, Elliot, are very thirsty. And the reason that is because you're lacking something in your life that you really need. Now, in your dream, you needed water. But maybe in life, that thing you need is a hobby. Just a thought. Now, luckily, just like the water bottle that was readily available in your hands, You, Elliot, have the time, the energy, and the means to help and better yourself. But you often choose not to. Just like your dream, you believe that female validation is the way to satisfy your thirst. So you give all your energy and time to these women who, let's be honest, don't want it. And with all this time and energy given to that, you at the end of the day have nothing left to give to yourself. Elliot, I don't think you should mistake that for a selfless act. You gave that girl water because you wanted something back. Because let's be honest, you wouldn't have given water to another man.
Teddy, of course I wouldn't have given the water to another man. I'm not gay.
No, that's not what I meant. Never mind.
So, Teddy, do you now want to hear about my first dream?
No, I really don't.
Why not?
Because to be honest with you, I'd rather be wandering alone dying of thirst in a hot desert than have to listen to other dream.